Good morning, I'm Joe Catalano with an AM Quincy news update for Wednesday, May 20th. There are now 1,104 cases of coronavirus in Quincy. There have been 105 deaths, and 593 people have recovered from the virus. There are now over 87,000 cases statewide. Quincy Mayor Thomas Koch says his proposed budget for the next fiscal year of $340 million is about $10 million less than it would have been before the coronavirus pandemic. Koch made the presentation remotely to the City Council Monday night and said the goal is for no property tax increase and no significant budget cuts. Koch said the city is in good but not great financial shape due to revenue shortfalls from the pandemic, and he says the city has good cash reserves and good bond ratings. He says he's hopeful that the economy will bounce back quickly now that the governor has outlined a reopening plan for the state, and he says he'll ask the state to help ease the burden of pension payments that could free up more cash for the short term. Koch says some adjustments may be needed in the fall, including a small property tax increase, but he says his goal is to keep taxes steady. The City Council's Finance Committee is now reviewing the budget proposal. The council may make cuts but cannot add to the budget. The mayor is asking the City Council to approve $14 million in borrowing to create a new special education learning center at the building at 180 Old Colony Avenue that the city purchased from Eastern Nazarene College. The City Council previously approved $8.5 million for the purchase of the building and some renovations. Koch said he believes the project should move forward despite the coronavirus pandemic. He says he's urging the state to at least keep local aid funding level. However, he admits that an anticipated $6.5 million that was due to come to Quincy from the Student Opportunity Act is likely not going to happen due to the emergency. Mayor also says he's asking the State Department of Conservation and Recreation to open Wollaston Beach and the Blue Hills Reservation for walkers. Koch says the public needs some recreational outlets, and he says closing the parking lots has forced motorists to park in local neighborhoods, creating a safety issue and nuisance for residents. State officials told Koch that they would pass along his concerns to the governor's office. The mayor took to the podium in the Great Hall at Quincy City Hall yesterday to outline his view of the current pandemic. Koch spent the 20-minute chat updating the city on the current reopening plan, reviewing his proposed budget, and also offering guidance going forward. The mayor said he fully supported Governor Baker's phased-in approach to reopening and urged Quincy businesses to review it and to contact Maureen Geary in the planning department with any questions. Koch also said that Quincy is an economic engine for the state, and that's why he allowed construction projects to continue through the pandemic. The mayor also used a quote from a book about prisoners of the Vietnam War and urged the city to have faith, hope, and love to get through the current crisis. An abbreviated Memorial Day service is planned in Quincy this year. Mayor Thomas Koch says there will be a small 15-minute ceremony Monday at 11 a.m. at Mount Wollaston Cemetery, where the names of every veteran from Quincy who has died over the past year will be read aloud. Quincy Veteran Services Director George Nicholson will offer some remarks. There will be the Pledge of Allegiance and playing of taps, but no formal ceremony, and the public is asked not to participate due to the pandemic. Koch is encouraging everyone to fly the American flag on Memorial Day, and Quincy Veteran Services will be decorating the graves of 7,500 veterans buried at the city's cemeteries with the American flag. Houses of worship are allowed to reopen with restrictions this weekend under Governor Baker's phased-in plan. However, many religious leaders are hesitant about allowing their congregations back into their buildings. The Boston Archdiocese has said the parishes may remain closed until May 31st if they choose, and that at-risk parishioners should consider staying home and watching services online or on TV. St. Mary's, St. Anne's, and Sacred Heart parishes in Quincy say they will resume services this weekend. However, with only 40% of their building's capacity and enforcing social distancing guidelines and face masks. There will also be no singing in an effort to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. The Quincy Catholic Collaborative also says they're considering merging their finances in the future as a result of lost revenue from the shutdown. The Episcopal parishes in Massachusetts say they will remain closed until July 1st. Boating season resumes with this upcoming Memorial Day weekend. However, the new state reopening phase means that no more than 10 people can gather at a yacht club or on a vessel, and masks must be worn. Marina personnel are encouraged not to interact with boaters. The Coast Guard will be enforcing social distancing guidelines and face mask requirements. The Norfolk Labor Council and the United Way will be having a food drive this coming Saturday at the Central Middle School on Hancock Street in Quincy from 9 a.m. to noon to drop off food donations in support of those in need during this time. Contact Mark Flaherty with any questions. Email him mflaherty@supportunitedway.org. A reminder, today is the deadline for Quincy Public School students in grades K through 12 to submit their entries into the Quincy COVID-19 writing competition. Students are being asked to submit an essay, a story, or a poem of under 500 words about how the pandemic has impacted their lives. Prizes of anywhere from $250 to $3,000 are being awarded at the elementary, middle, and high school levels. Ward 3 City Councilor Ian Kane is sponsoring competition, along with several local businesses. Entries will be judged on originality and creativity. Email your entries at info@highpointgp.com. All the entries will be preserved in a book, and the winners will be announced on June 5th. And a reminder to participate in the Quincy COVID-19 Memories Project by submitting your videos, audio, stories, art, or poems about how the pandemic has impacted your life. You can upload your entries at quincyculturalmemory.com or mail them to the Thomas Crane Library. Attention, Local History, 40 Washington Street, Quincy, 02169. Please do visit our newly redesigned website here at QATV. Go to qatv.org for all of our latest programs, news, information, entertainment, and now live streaming. I'm Joe Catalano with an AM Quincy news update for Wednesday, May 20th.